Long ago, in the heart of Persia, lived two brothers, Alibaba and Qasim. Qasim had married a wealthy woman. Alibaba, Qasim's brother, was poor. He earned his living cutting wood and selling it in the market, but Alibaba was content. He lived simply with his wife and trusted servant, Morgiana, and never let his poverty make him bitter. One morning, as the sun rose over the dusty hills, Alibaba went into the forest to gather wood. Resting against a gnarled tree, Alibaba hears the distinct sound of approaching horses. 40 thieves ride into the clearing, their faces grim and determined. The leader stepped forward and raised his hand. In a strong voice he said, "Open, Sesame!" And the door opened. He quickly hid behind a large rock. His heart was pounding. After the thieves vanish into the darkness, Alibaba approaches the rock, his voice trembling as he whispers the fateful words, "Open, Sesame." Alibaba steps into the cave, awestruck by the sight of gold, jewels, and treasures. He fills a small bag with gold coins, enough to help his family, leaving the rest untouched. Alibaba turns to the cave entrance, ready to leave. Close, Sesame. He returned home with wide eyes and a heavy heart, unsure whether to feel joy or fear. He told his wife everything and made her promise to keep the secret. Driven by curiosity, she borrows a measuring scale from Qasim's wife, saying it was just for measuring flour. But Qasim's wife grew suspicious. Why borrow a scale to measure flour when Alibaba could hardly afford bread? To satisfy her curiosity, she smeared a little wax on the underside of the scale's pan. When the scale was returned, a single gold coin was stuck to the wax. She showed it to her husband. Qasim called his brother to inquire about the gold coin and greed. "Tell me, brother, where did this come from? If you found a treasure, I deserve my share." Alibaba, knowing his brother would not let it rest, sighed and told him everything. The forest, the cave, the words, "Open, Sesame." Qasim said nothing more. But the next morning, he took 10 strong mules, many large sacks, and rode straight to the forest. Qasim enters the cave by saying, "Open, Sesame." The wall opened, and he began stuffing the bags, one after another. Overwhelmed by greed, Qasim forgets the password to exit, shouting different words as the rock remains sealed. The thieves return and find Qasim trapped inside. They kill him and leave his body in the cave as a warning. Alibaba's heart shatters as he cradles Qasim's lifeless body, his grief echoing through the silent home. Ali was worried that the thieves would know the truth, but Morgiana, loyal servant of Ali, came up with a plan. Then she hired a tailor and blindfolded him with a cloth to stitch together Qasim's body for burial. Thanks to her clever plan, the family buried Qasim quietly. Her plan worked and no one had doubt, but the leader of the thieves found Qasim's body missing near the cave. The leader followed rumors, bribed locals, and eventually tricked the tailor into retracing his steps again blindfolded. He found Alibaba's house. He marked a cross symbol on Ali's door with chalk to identify it. But Morgiana noticed. That night, she marked every nearby door the same way. When the thieves came to attack, they were confused and failed. Their leader executed the scout and came to the city himself, using oil to mark the correct house. To carry out his plan, the thieves' leader disguised himself as an oil merchant and came to Morgiana. He filled 40 large barrels sewn with oil, the rest with hiding thieves. He brought the jars to Alibaba's house and asked for shelter. Alibaba, unaware of the trap, welcomed him. The large barrels were stored in the courtyard. She opened one barrel and was shocked to hear breathing. She opened more and realized the truth. Quickly, she boiled oil in a large pot and poured it into each barrel, killing all the hidden thieves. Later that night, she danced for the disguised leader during dinner and then stabbed him when he reached for his dagger. She killed the leader of the thieves. Morgiana had saved Ali and his family. Alibaba embraced and thanked her. With the thieves dead and their leader gone, Alibaba finally felt safe, but he still kept the secret of the cave. He made Morgiana part of the family, freeing her and allowing her to marry his son. Years passed. One day, Alibaba took his son to the cave. There, he taught him the magic words, "Open, Sesame," and "Close, Sesame." He told his son to be wise, not greedy, and to guard the secret well. And so, The tale of Alibaba ended not with a sword, but with wisdom passed to a new generation. The treasure remained hidden, known only to the worthy.